Welcome. This is the review of the Uncanny Spider-Man, obviously, aka Nightcrawler from Marvel Legends. And of course, you're like, wait a minute, when did Nightcrawler become Spider-Man? Especially if you don't keep up with the comics. He became Spider-Man in 2023. Uh, he basically first issue was launched in September 6th of 23. He his shift to Spider-Man was a part of the Fall of X storyline or whatever that they did. Uh, so in case you're just not familiar with it, at least it's just from a couple of years ago. So obviously, uh, this newest wave of Spider-Man figures is a mixture of comic book and animated series. So this is another comic book character, not from the animated series. So just to distinguish, because they kind of did go half and half with this wave. I've already reviewed Spider Venom and Spider Man 2099, the 2025 release, because these did come out at the very, very end of 2025, which I was not expecting them to come out until after January, but I actually received them like right before Christmas. And of course, I reviewed the one figure I got first, and then I got the other five in the wave right after that. So I was only able to review one before Christmas, and then now I'm going to review the other five. So this is the third one I'm reviewing. I'm doing all the Spider-Man ones first, and I'm doing all the other more obscure characters next. So obviously this is a pinless figure. The tail does not have a bendy wire in it, so the pose that you see in it, it'll go round and around and around and around. It can't go forward and backwards though, so it just goes around and around and around like a clock. So that's the thing with the tail. He has a waist swivel, and he doesn't have a chest swivel. So usually, if they have a waist swivel, they don't have the chest one. He's on the skinnier body type pinless figure that they've been using. He has a standard ab crunch, which is that newer ab crunch I don't care about, but at least on the smaller figures, it's less noticeable. And it's less noticeable on him because at least the abs are kind of they put it kind of in the lines of the abs, so it doesn't quite show up as bad. It's a neat looking figure. I can see where Nightcrawler could easily pose as Spider-Man, except for obviously the tail. But I even love that they gave him the little pointed ears in the costume. You can see that he's three-fisted. The toes, unfortunately, are not articulated. So if you're expecting the toes to be articulated, they are not. It just does the normal articulation at the ankle. So that might be a minus for you and with the tail not being a bendy wire tail. As far as accessories, he comes with a explosion piece for some reason. I couldn't tell you why. He comes, of course, he has to, because he is Nightcrawler, he has to have his sword. So he does come with that. And he has the fist hands already on there, but he comes with 3 additional hands. So obviously he has the hand to hold the sword. He has an open grabby hand and another open grabby hand. So it's an odd assortment of stuff that's going to make your brain go crazy that he has an odd number of hands that came with him. I'm sorry, but he did, unfortunately. But those are all the accessories he comes with. All in all, a really cool figure. I think this is where they're going to get you. If you're a Nightcrawler fan, an X-Men fan, and a Spider-Man fan, this is going to be a figure that you're going to want to have just to have a variant of Nightcrawler. And obviously, since he's posing as Spider-Man, you're going to get the Spider-Man crowd wanting to add it to their like Spider-Verse collection of like different Spider-Men. I think it's a neat concept because he's not going to need to like web sling. He can just teleport everywhere because obviously he's still Nightcrawler and has all of his powers. I think it's really, really cool concept. I like the costume. It is different. They did make it unique to him. So I will give them that. I have not read this particular storyline in the comics. I don't know how long even if he is still Spider-Man. So I haven't kept up with comic books since about 22 is really when I stopped reading as much. I've still got a bunch of the issues, but I haven't gotten to this storyline yet. But I was aware of it. Neat figure. I think it's a neat one to add to your collection, but let me know in the comments what you think of this figure. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification for when the next video drops. And as always, thank you for watching.